The Navarna mantra is Navakshari mantra, which means this mantra has 9 syllables. It is also popular by the name of Chamunda or Chandi mantra. This is the basic mantra of Sri Durga Saptashati recitation. People who belong to Shakti cult, they have enormous faith in this particular mantra, and hence this becomes integral part of their regular practice. So let us understand the meaning and power of Navarna mantra, its significance, and what all it can bring into our life. So this mantra also contains Bij mantras. Bij mantras, the presence of Bij mantras makes this mantra, the Navarna mantra, even more powerful. Although the Bij mantras are only powerful sounds without any particular meaning, because when you will read the Durga Saptashati, you will see under the Bij mantras it is written that only the chanting is important. It is not important to understand the meaning. So Bij mantras are actually powerful sounds without any particular meaning, yet they represent something. Same as the DNA, Bij mantra is the blueprint. Here today we are going to show you the understanding behind the Navarna mantra given in the sacred text of Devi Durga Saptashati. There is a stotra given in Durga Saptashati that goes by the name Siddha Kunjika Stotra. Siddha Kunjika Stotra is very powerful stotra. So what is the significance that we are talking about this stotra in this video is that Siddha Kunjika Stotra, 4 stanzas of the Siddha Kunjika Stotra describes about the Navarna mantra, the power of Navarna mantra and its benefits. So let us first read what is written in Siddha Kunjika Stotra about the Navarna mantra. So there are these 4 lines: Ainkari Srishti Rupaye, Rimkari Pratipalika, Klimkari Kama Rupene, Bija Rupe Namostute, Chamunda Chand Ghati Cha, Yaikari Vardayani, Viche Chabayda Nityam, Namaste Mantra Rupini. So these are the 4 lines which are given in the sacred text of Durga Saptashati. It is given under the Siddha Kunjika Stotram. You can read in Durga Saptashati as well. So these 4 lines are talking about Navarna mantra only. These 2 Sanskrit verses tell us the meaning behind the Navarna mantra. The above 2 verses are taken from Siddha Kunjika Stotra. Lord Shiva himself shares the knowledge with goddess Parvati. Om Aim Reem Klim Chamundaya Viche is the Navarna mantra, where Om is the universal sound, the absolute Brahman that is always invoked before any mantra. You will see before any mantra Om is always present, because Om is the universal sound and it is the absolute Brahman. So this Om is present before any mantra. The above Sanskrit verse says Aimkari Srishti Rupaya. Now we are dissecting these 4 lines of Siddha Kunjika Stotra. Now we will go word by word. What does Aimkari Srishti Rupaya means? This means that the form of Aim is Srishti Rupaya. Now to understand what is the meaning of Aim, we have to first know what is Srishti Rupaya. What is Srishti Rupaya? It means Srishti plus Rupaya. Srishti means the creation, and it means creation and the one that is created. So Srishti is both creation and the one who has created it. And Srishti plus Rupaya. Rupaya means the form. So Srishti Rupaya means the creator. Now let us go ahead. So here we are invoking the mother in the form of creator. She is the creator. So now when we say Aim, it means that we are invoking the mother in the form of creator. All that is created in the form of mother goddess Durga is Aim. Therefore Aim is the beat sound of the creation. In conclusion, Aim also stands for the creative aspect of the goddess. This form of Devi is known as Mahasaraswati. Now let us go to the next syllable. Om Aim Rim Klim Chamunda Viche. Om we understood, Aim also we understood. Now we are going to know about what is Reem. So Reem, about Reem, the above verse says, the Siddha Kunjika verse, it says Reemkari Pratipalika. Now what does this mean? Which means that the form of Reem is Pratipalika. Now what is Pratipalika? Pratipalika means Prati plus Palika. Pratipalika composes the main word Pallika with the Prati before it. For example, Pratidin. So Prati is the Upsarga, means the word which is kept before the main word. Pratidin means every day. So Prati means every. Now Palika means the one who nurtures and maintains and protects. So Pratipalika, eventually it will mean that the one who nurtures everything that is created. So now here we invoke the goddess in the form of nurturer, the one who maintains the creation, be it trees, planets, humans, each and everything that exists in the universe and beyond the universe. So she is the nurturer. So by chanting or meditating on Reem, we invoke the divine mother in the form of nurturer. Therefore, Reem is the beat sound of goddess Durga as nurturer. So, this form of Devi in the Reem aspect is known as Mahalakshmi. Now, we understood three syllables Om, Aim, and Reem. Now, let us know what is Kleem. Kleem, according to the shlok given in Siddhakunjika Stotra, it is written that Kleem Kari Kama Rupanye. Now, what does this mean? Kleem is Kama Rupanye. Now, what does the Kam Rupanya mean? Kam Rupanya is combination of two words, Kam plus Rupanya. Kam is the desire and Rupanya is the form. So, the reason behind creation is the deep desire. So, Kleem is not particularly a negative or destructive aspect. It is actually the reason behind the creation is that it is the deep desire. Kam Rupanya means Kam is the desire and Rupanya is the form. So, it means deep desire. Therefore, creation is done after the death only. Death is not supposed to be taken in a negative aspect. Death is actually the deep desire that is responsible for the next creation. So, while the life is in between the birth and death, on the other hand, one who is born, they will die for sure. The energy that is energizing, that kind of energy which destroys so that the birth can happen again, is Kleem. So death is not actually negative, it is the reason so that the next creation can happen. So the energy that is energizing, that kind of energy which destroys so that the birth can happen again, is known as Kleem. So this is the third aspect of Devi, which is known as Kleem, whose desire is the top desire, cause of death, and simultaneously the cause of new beginnings. And Mahakali, this Kleem Bij mantra represents the third form of goddess, that is known as Mahakali. So the beat sound Om is done, three beat sound, that is Aim, Reem, and Kleem. These three beat sound symbolizes the goddess in creating, nurturing, and destruction aspects. In other words, they represent goddess Mahasaraswati, Mahalakshmi, and Mahakali. Moving further, let's see what the rest of the mantra indicates. Om Ay Reem Kleem Chamundaya Vichche. Now, what does Chamundaya means? Chamundaya. Here, Chamundaya is taken as Chamunda plus Yay. And Chamunda is Chandaghatini. If you will again go to the Siddhakunjika Stotra, in Siddhakunjika Stotra, next verse that is written is Chamunda Chandaghati cha Yaikari Vardayini. This is written. What does this line means? For understanding the Chamunda, we need to understand Chamunda Chandaghati. So Chamunda Chandaghati, it literally means that Chamunda is the demon that is killed by the goddess. So goddess killed the demon Chand. So that is why goddess is known as Chamunda. So in depth, it means goddess is the destroyer of the evil forces and protector of the beings. In the last part of the verse, in this part of the verse, it is written that Cha Yaikari Vardayini. Cha Yaikari Vardayini. What does Yai signify? So in the verse, Cha means and, while Yaikari Vardayini means that as the form of Yai, she is the giver of boons. Vardayini means the one who gives boon. Vardayini, Var plus Daini. Daini is the giver and Var is the boon. So Var means the boon and Daini is giver. Therefore, the one who gives boon is Vardayini. The goddess is Vardayini. She is the one who fulfills all the desires. So we invoke the Divine Mother in the form of Yai, which means the mother who is the giver of boons and powers. She is the one who blesses everyone. So this was the meaning of Chamundaya. And now the last word, Vichche. What does Vichche mean? The last part of the verse says Vichche Chabai Dha Nityam Namaste Mantra Rupini. Vichche is actually the merciful aspect of the goddess. She frees everyone from all the fears. Vichche Chabai Dha means the one who frees everyone from all the fears. Fears attack the mind in the form of delusions, negativity, darkness, ignorance. But the compassionate goddess liberates all the fears and breaks the ropes of darkness. And the rest of the verse means we bow to the Devi who is in this form of mantra. Now lastly, we will conclude the video by explaining the essence of the Navarna mantra. So in conclusion, the Navarna mantra is the most powerful mantra which contains the power of three goddesses, the three aspects of feminine energy of universe, that is creation, maintenance, and destruction. They are in the seed form, that means a Bij mantra, where we can chant the mantra where the trinity of the goddesses is invoked. The mantra glorifies the power of mother as she is the protector, she is the one who was the killer of the demons, she is the one who kills the negative evil forces, She is the one who kills the demon outside as well as inside of our mind in the form of Chamunda. The Navarna mantra is boon giver also, as when we chant with faith and devotion, the mother goddess gives the boon, fulfilling the desires of the devotees. She releases all the fears, obstacles, and protects. So Navratri is the 9-day festival which comes twice a year, is celebrated in the honor of Devi. Chanting the Navarna mantra in the Navratri will be very fruitful, and one will get the blessing soon as the days enhances in the sadhana. The more you chant, the more power it will bring. Goddesses has incarnated in the form of 10 feminine aspects known as Das Mahavidyas. These are the powerful forms of Mother Durga. The sadhana of the Devi in these forms is very intense and powerful. Chant the mantra which has all the powers, which is also boon giver, the mantra which releases your fear, and it also provides you protection. It is said that mother is the strongest protection that a child can ever have. She would never let her children in danger. So think how is the divine mother. Certainly she is beyond our thinking. We bow to the mother, take blessings and chant this mantra.